Hello and welcome back to another game of RFL. We have Invictus versus the Dark Empire, Invictus being in the blue on the bottom, and Thomas and Eddie for the Dark Empire on top. And Zeph, and I can't pronounce that second name, so we're just going to go with Money Bear. They placed that double Ice Whiz in the back right. I'm assuming that was a miscommunication there. Log and Dark Knight on defense here for Dark Empire. The bans for this one are going to be Giant Skelly for Invictus and NATO for the Dark Empire. So Velk had to go place down to stop that Dark Knight. And an early graveyard here from Invictus. The Velk is tanking for the graveyard. Musk is getting killed by the Skellies. Velk will finish that off. Velk actually doesn't. The defensive poison stopped all those skeletons from getting any damage down. Really well played by Dark Empire. And the bowler on defense here for Invictus. So it seems like Invictus is running some sort of like graveyard freeze. They have quite a bit of splash at the moment. NATO is a ban, so they can't really be using that. That would be obviously great in their deck. But Lumberjack locked on the tower twice, as well as that graveyard. He got 2 hits before getting knocked away. The freeze went down there, allowing about 1,000 damage on that tower. Really good start for the Invictus team. And the Ice Whiz on defense will slow down this Lumberjack and Mega Minion. Snowball will pop that back even further. And all that's left is that Baby Dragon with our Ice Whiz will protect the tower, allowing no damage here for Dark Empire. So about a 1,100 damage lead for the Invictus team. And the Dark Knight Loon push coming in from Dark Empire, as well as a graveyard down. Loon is getting hit by the tower, as well as an Inferno Drag and E-Wiz. But the freeze is down on the Inferno Drag, E-Wiz, and tower, allows the Balloon to drop 1 bomb. Balloon drops a second bomb, takes the tower. Inferno Drag will clean that balloon up, but it's already too late. Tower is down. So the lead is now in the Dark Empire's favor. And going for the graveyard here, Inferno Drag tanking for the graveyard with the Skelly Dragons behind it. Freeze down on the Musketeer, which was the only thing defending that graveyard. Arrows down on it as well. However, the defensive poison will prevent these Skellies from getting any damage on the tower, aside from a few hundred damage worth of hits. And it looks like both teams are just going to opt to reset here. Not fully sure. I guess both teams are running Graveyard, and then the Dark Empire is just running Graveyard Loon. Just a singular one, though. But the Graveyard goes down with nothing tanking for it, so actually gets quite a bit of damage thanks to that Snowball. Snowball slows down the tower and the Fisherman, allowing about 500 damage. So Invictus is down 1 tower, but that tower is only at 400 health. They do have poison, they do have arrows, so they just need a little bit of skeleton chip. They poison the tower as well as graveyarding. Defensive poison isn't on the graveyard skellies fully. However, none of them are able to get damage. Arrows down. That tower is going down, so it's a 1-1 game. We're going to overtime here. And we got the push on the right, just the Mega Minion Brawler E-Wiz. Nothing huge, but does have to be defended by an Ice Wiz of Invictus. And then the Dark Knight Loon push in the left here, as well as a graveyard. Skelly Dragons are down. They're hitting the Loon first. Baby Dragon's trying to defend the graveyard. That Loon got hit by the Heal Spirit, but it snowballed back, so it won't actually touch the tower. Only the death damage there. And now we got a bit of a counter push coming in from Invictus. Skelly Drags, Velk, Baby Dragon, and E-Wiz. They actually don't choose to graveyard there, but just bowler in the back. And now Dark Knight at the bridge, or Mega Knight at the bridge, excuse me. And the 2 bowlers on defense here. It seems Invictus will have good resources for a counter push. Both bowlers are going to meet at the bridge. There's going to be the Mega Minion and Baby Dragon down for Dark Empire, but they don't seem to have too much else. This bridge battle is slowly being won for Invictus, and then once they cross that bridge, they can just drop the graveyard down and have a lot tanking for it. However, the E-Wiz and Brawler brought that bowler down low enough to take it out. The graveyard went down, but nothing's tanking for it, and the poison is down, but that's the defensive poison, my bad, but nothing was tanking for the graveyard, so I'm not fully sure how needed that was. And the bowler Ice Wiz Baby Dragon on defense. Looks like we're heading into another bridge battle. But the balloon is coming down. It doesn't seem... Oof. Defensive freeze will clean up all those troops at the bridge, allowing the Invictus guys to stack a lot. But the freeze goes down. Balloon has to get snowballed back. And with the help of the Baby Dragon and both towers, it takes it out just before landing a bomb. Another early graveyard from Invictus, but nothing's tanking for it. And the defensive poison down on that. A little bit of damage thanks to the arrows, but nothing big. And another Lumber Loon push coming in here from Dark Empire. Baby Dragon, 2 Baby Dragons and a Skelly Dragon are on that Loon, taking it down fairly quickly. But the graveyard freezes on this tower. There's 10 seconds left. They just need some chip on this tower. As long as they can hold on, Invictus doesn't get any shots, Dark Empire is taking this one. And the bowler was not able to lock on the tower, so Dark Empire takes this 1-0, bringing them the lead 1-0 in the 2v2 set. Alright, a little bit late, but heading into game number 2 here, we already got a graveyard down as well as an offensive poison there. So it seems like the Invictus guys on the bottom here are running possibly another Loon graveyard, and not fully sure what Dark Empire has at the moment. No win con has been played yet. But the lead is in the Invictus guys' favor by about 1,000 damage. And a giant down in the back left, so possibly beatdown here from Dark Empire. Seems such a double Prince Giant, at least. But Velk Bowler on defense, as well as a cannon cart on the offense to kill that Velk. And Skelly Dragons as well, but Giant in the right-hand lane, so this looks like it's going to be double Giant, double Prince. EU is down to take out the defending Inferno Drag. Dark Knight on the bowler. Giant's on the tower with a good bit of health. Ewis keeps resetting that Inferno Dragon, preventing it from actually damaging the Giant very much. Giant has gotten a bunch of hits, maybe 4, possibly 5 here. Bring that tower down to 1,000 health. Make that 800 health. So the lead is now in the Dark Empire guys' favor. However, it looks like there could be a counter push here. Nope, everything just died for Invictus. So it looks like they're going to have to reset right now. Elixir's looking even on both sides. Seems to be the beatdown for the Dark Empire, and at least one graveyard for Invictus, possibly double graveyard. No, so they're running one graveyard, one Loon. Mega Minion and Giant. Double Mega Minion on defense. That's going to kill that Loon, even though the graveyard was tanking for it. And so Invictus have to defend this Giant. They got the E-Wiz and Ice-Wiz to do that. They'll clean up the Mega Minions right afterwards. And so Dark Empire has one poison for the graveyard. I'm not sure what their last card is. However, they got a good push coming in here. Giant, Cannon Cart, Musk, and Dark Knight. 2 bowlers and an Ice-Wiz. Beautiful defensive freeze there. We'll allow those bowlers to clean up. Great defense by Invictus. They have chance for a great counter push here. 2 tanks across the bridge, and a Velk and a Loon. All that's raged up from the Lumberjack dying. Loon is getting really close to the tower. Mega Minions are no longer targeting the Loon, and the tower is down right now. Loon didn't have to get there. And so Invictus has this lead right now. Nothing seems to be able to make it to that right-hand tower, so it looks like they're going to be closing this one out. So Invictus takes this game 1-0, bringing this set to 1-1. And we are heading into game number 3 of the King of the Hill. We got Moneybear and Zeph on the bottom for Invictus, and Thomas and Eddie on the top for Dark Empire. So starting us off with a bowler in the back. I'm wondering if they're running the same deck once again. That's being the Lumber Loon Graveyard Freeze deck. Thomas and Eddie got a Prince and Mega Minion, so it is looking similar to their last deck, as well as a Dark Prince, but E-Dragon, that's a new one. Snowball will push that E-Drag and allow the, does not allow the Fur Drag to kill it. It does take it out in the next, after the reset. And then we got the Valken E-Wiz push coming in on the left. Archers on defense. They get arrowed in the center. This Valken E-Wiz are actually a danger to the tower right now. Dark Knight and Cannoncraft go down. But the Inferno Drag got frozen in the right-hand tower. Brought about 1,400 damage down to that. So this Cannon Cart Dark Knight pushes all Dark Empire has at the moment that's left on the field. But the bowler was able to defend that. Cannon Cart got 1 shot. Dark Knight got 1. But all said and done, Thomas and Eddie are down 800 damage right now. Seems that they're running another kind of beatdown deck. Not sure if Giant is the tank here or maybe Golem or something heavier. But yeah, the Invictus guys are definitely running their bowler graveyard balloon decks. So both teams seem to opt for a reset here. And the Giant in the back left for Dark Empire. I'm assuming they are running the exact same deck as last time. Lumber Loon Graveyard in the right here for Invictus. Mega Minion down on the Loon, but Heal Spirit will hit that Mega Minion, healing up the Loon, and then Snowball back right after it heals, so nothing's hitting the Loon. Loon drops 1 bomb on the tower. We'll drop a 2nd bomb. So there's 2 Princes in the right-hand lane. Ice-Wiz on defense. Skelly Giants on the offensive Giants of the Dark Empire. But 2 Princes on the right. This is a really big beatdown push. E-Dragon and Archers on the left behind the Giant. They get arrowed actually. Just the Prince now on the right-hand tower. E-Drag on the left. Velk will defend, but the E-Drag got a couple more shots. Both the Invictus towers are about 1,400 health, but they are down 1 tower. So Dark Empire are, Dark Emperor are the ones that are down 1 tower at the moment. They're going for the another Giant Cannon Cart push with a Musk supporting that. Inferno Drag gets put on the Musk as well as a Lumberjack, taking that out fairly quickly. Ewiz, Icewiz, and Bowler on this Giant shouldn't allow much more than one hit. If that, it does get the one hit, but then it's killed. Big counter push potential here for Invictus. Skelly Drags, Icewiz, and Ewiz still alive. Nothing's actually crossed the bridge yet, but the early Graveyard does go down for Invictus. Velk in the pocket, that's tanking for the Graveyard right now. A bunch of skeletons on that tower doing a bunch of damage. Brought that down about 1,300 points. Graveyard is dead now, but huge damage on that push. And Invictus doesn't even need this tower down. They just need to prevent their towers from being damaged. They were able to do that and close out this set 1-0, bringing them the lead 2-1 in the set. So we are going into game number 1 of the King of the Hill here. We got Money Bear on top for Invictus and Max on the bottom for Dark Empire. So Mortar on the right will be met with a Bowler, and Spear Goblins down to defend that Mortar. Baby Dragon will take those out and then take out the Mortar shortly after. And the Musk Knight on defense. Those both get nadoed, allowing the Bowler to hit the Musk once more and kill the Musk actually afterwards. So even game at the moment. Slight 1 elixir lead to Money Bear. So it seems Money Bear is either running Graveyard Freeze or Loon Freeze, and Max is running some sort of Mortar deck, possibly the Cannon Cart Skelly Barrel one. And so the Skelly Barrel goes, and we got the Velk and Icewiz defending that. Sadly, that Icewiz is in front of the Velk, so it's going to be taken out fairly quickly. It gets killed by the Cannon Cart, and I believe the Velk will be taken out right afterwards. Dark Goblins go down, or Spear Goblins go down to protect the Cannon Cart, allowing it to push up a little further and protect that Mortar. Cannon Cart goes down to hit the Bowler, but Bowler's close enough to chip onto the Mortar. Actually, no, just a little off angle that didn't hit the Mortar there. Bowler alive with just a sliver of health will get killed by the Mortar, but no damage onto that right-hand tower. And now we get the Knight Musk push here, but the Musk is in front of the Knight, getting killed first by the tower and Inferno Drag. So I do think Money Bear actually has Graveyard Freeze here, not Loon Freeze. Not fully sure yet as the win condition hasn't been played. And yeah, Max is running that meta Mortar deck at the moment. He's got the Skelly Barrel and Cannon Cart push coming in. That was an early nado. The Skelly Dragon doesn't pop and goes back to the tower before popping. That might actually take the tower. Defensive Freeze has to come down. Max is now up 6 elixir after that. He's probably going to Mortar once his Velk is dead. He does. Velk gets 2 swings on that Mortar. That's pretty big for Money Bear. And Bowler now defending that Mortar. So the elixir lead should be recovered here by Money Bear, but that was a close one. Velk will get a little bit chipped from the Bowler, tossing that rock at it. Make that 2 shots onto the Musketeer, but it's going to live. Skelly Barrel Musk push now coming in on the right, as well as another Mortar for Max. All that gets nadoed back into the Velk. Velk will clean that up, but the Mortar should be locked in the tower now. Mortar will be firing a second shot before going down. Musk on defense here for Max. He's got a good lead on that tower. Right tower is only at 900 health. He's got another Skelly Barrel Knight push coming in. Bowler on defense, but he's going to have to place an Icewiz as well. And the early nado there with the Bowler and Icewiz, it shouldn't be an issue cleaning it up. Defensive Mortar down now for Max. And possibly Money Bear is going to go for a nado or a Graveyard here. He's at 10 elixir. He's waiting. He doesn't actually go for the Graveyard. He goes for the Velk in the back right. And now Inferno Drag at the bridge. So Money Bear hasn't had a chance to commit in his win condition, which, assuming that is Graveyard. And he gets another Skelly Barrel in for Max, but that gets defended by the nado. Fireball on that tower, bringing it down to 720. Max puts another Mortar at the bridge. Velk down just in time to tank for the Mortar. Cannon Cart will be on that immediately. However, before that dies, Bowler will pass in front of the tower. The freeze down on that Bowler, or on that Cannon Cart and Mortar, I'm not sure if that was needed. Actually, it would have chipped onto the Bowler and Icewiz, so perhaps that was a good freeze. Skelly Barrel down, but nothing is attacking it. It's going to kill the Bowler, forcing another Bowler to be placed down there by Money Bear. And that Bowler gets killed by the Knight and Musk almost immediately. Huge push on the right-hand side here with the Cannon Cart. Another Mortar getting placed down. There's going to have to be something to tank for it. Right now, that's the Velk, but now the Velk is dead. Nothing's tanking for this Mortar. Mortar is locked on the tower. It gets frozen. No shots get put off. Musk is now onto the defensive Baby Dragon. Skelly Barrel just popped. Mortar is locked onto the Icewiz. And then gets locked onto the Velk just in time. Another Mortar down now for Max. And another Cannon Cart to defend that. Bowler on defense and a Skelly Barrel. The nado is going to have to be used for this Skelly Barrel. He doesn't actually. He just opts for the Ice Whiz and takes 0 damage because of it. So good defenses here, but Moneybear has not been able to get any offense this game in 30 seconds left. He's got the Velk and 2 Dragons. He does Graveyard here. It's all or nothing here. Moneybear has to get some damage. He's got 2 Dragons and a Graveyard on the tower, and the Freeze down as well. This is huge. But the Defensive Knight, a bunch of skeletons on the tower, get all cleaned up by that Barbarian Barrel. Only 12 seconds left. Lead is still in Max's favor by about 800 points. Another Graveyard in, but nothing tanking for it. I don't think there's going to be time here for Moneybear to pull this one back. Cannon Cart crosses the bridge for Max, gets 2 more shots, 3 more shots, nope, just 2, and the match is already over. Max takes this one 1-0, bringing his team up 1-0 in this set. And start a little late here, but we've got the Lava Hound in the back right, and the E-Barb Heal Spirit Fisherman push in the left for Max. And that's going to be met by the Barbarians of Zeph. They get logged. Quite a bit of a commitment here on the left-hand side for Max. Not sure what he has for this Hound. However, that commitment did pay off as the left-hand tower is only at 140. All that's left is a Lava Hound, Skelly Drags, and Inferno Drag on the right-hand side right now for Zeph. Max hasn't played anything on defense. He plays the Lightning, cleans up Skelly Drags and Inferno Dragon, and the Mega Minion is chipping away at that Lava Hound. Miner comes down, doesn't tank for the pups, does after a couple die. Mega Minion will clean up some pups. Hunter has to come down and clean up the rest. So overall, actually, fairly even game. Max has the lead by about 500 damage after that. Doesn't seem like Max is running a building here, but he does have Mega Minion and Hunter, which are both high damage air troops. And Zeph seems to be running a slightly modified Lava Hound deck. And just the Goblin Cage in center and Fisherman in the back right for Max. Zeph's possibly going to be going for another Lava Hound soon. He does, that's going in the back right. And Barb split in the back for Max, and the log cycle to take out that Brawler, or take out the Brawler's cage. Healer down, keeping the Fisherman alive for Max. We've got 1 E-Barb coming in each lane, but the Barbarian split in the center will distract those. The 1 E-Barb on the right is fairly healthy, and it's just reached tower. It's hit once, but then the Miner comes in defending the future hits. Defensive Hunter down on this Lava Hound. That Hound's already dead. Mega Minion down to help clean up as well. Skelly Dragons were placed a little late. They're going to get killed as there's nothing tanking for them. Slight Elixir lead for Max, about 3. Still not fully sure what Max's win condition is. Possibly just a bridge spam kind of deck. And the E-Barbs get hit with the Healer and then go on the Brawler. Lightning down on that Inferno Dragon. Barbs have to be placed here for Zeph. So still slightly for Max, 400 damage lead on that left tower, but there's that Lava Hound push coming in the right-hand side. Hunter on defense right now for Max, but there's the Mega Minion down as well, but the Skeleton Dragons are on that Mega Minion. Hunter is getting some good value, as well as that Heal Spirit placed by Max. Kept the Mega Minion alive, kept the Hunter alive enough to kill the Hound, but the pups are down. Miner's now tanking for the pup and the Skelly Dragon. Both left tower is down for Zeph, right tower is down for Max. But the Royal Giant in the pocket right now for Max gets distracted by the Brawler Cage and the Barbarians. Only gets 1 shot off. So we're going into overtime here. Both teams just seem to opt to reset right now. Lava Hound in the back's middle. Very interesting. So I'm not sure if Zeph is going for the 3 crown here, or just possibly trying to defend his tower a bit. Got the alarm going off. We'll ignore that. And we have the E-Barb and Mega Minion push coming in on the right now for Max. And the Royal Giant in the pocket. He is really committing to taking out this tower right now. The Royal Giant does get a couple shots off. Gets 3 shots off. Bring that tower down to 726. But now the Hound has to be defended. It is by the Hunter. But Inferno Drag takes out the Hunter. There's now 3 Skelly Dragons and an Inferno Dragon and a popped Hound onto the left-hand side. Lightning goes down, but not enough troops to take out. And Zeph takes this one 2-1. Bringing this to a 1-1 set. Going into game number 3 here, we got Zeph versus TDE, with Zeph for Invictus on top, and TDE obviously for the Dark Empire on the bottom. And starting us off with a Magic Archer. Oh, it seems kind of like a bridge spam deck for TDE here. Zeph not too sure what he's got. Ooh, and the Royal Ghost definitely looking like a bridge spam deck here. Okay, so we got the Native Velk Inferno Dragon. I'm wondering if this is a Loon Freeze or possibly Graveyard Freeze for Zeph. If it's Graveyard Freeze, I would like to say he's got a fairly good matchup against this bridge spam deck. Magic Archer down to defend that Inferno Drag, but it's frozen! Inferno Drag on that tower. Hunter has to be placed, but the tower's down to 1200 damage before that happens. early lead here for Zeph off that Inferno Dragon freeze, but the Hunter Magic Archer on the left and Royal Ghost on the right for TDE. Valk will defend that right-hand Royal Ghost, and the Magic Archer will be cleaned up by the left-hand tower. So slightly more even now. Still the lead in Zeph's favor by about 400 damage, and he has that Valk alive in the right-hand lane. Bandit will defend that Valk, but take one shot in the right-hand tower. And Bandit in the right, E-Barbs heal in the left for TDE. Bowler on defense for those E-Barbs, as well as a NATO, stopping that heal spirit from jumping. And some fairly good counter push potential here. I believe Zeph does have a graveyard, so he could graveyard after this bowler. He does graveyard with the bowler. Bowler is going to tank for the graveyard. Nothing on defense right now. A late hunter, but nothing is on the bowler. So this graveyard is taking the tower at least, with potential to do some good damage to the king tower. Hunter should be taken out by the bowler, and Roll Ghost has to be placed down as well to take out this bowler, giving Zeph a little more of an elixir lead. He's got the Ice Wiz on defense that probably will get killed by this Royal Ghost Bandit. And the Baby Dragon and Valk down defense as well for Zeph. E-Barb heal in the right hand lane for TDE. They get NATO'd to the center. They are getting taken out by that Valk and Baby Dragon. However, the Barb is going to get a couple hits on the right hand tower. Not much though. Bowler now defending the Royal Ghost placed by TDE. Zeph has a 1 tower lead right now. Both his towers are weak, about 1,000 health, but he just needs to hang on. Cannon Cart and Bandit push in the left, getting defended by the Inferno Drake and Wiz. This bowler is alone on the right hand side. No elixir for the graveyard though. He's just going to be swinging, throwing those bowls at the tower, but not enough to take it out. However, the E-Barb graveyard push in the right hand side, it's about 15 seconds left, so TDE needs this push to work out if he wants to tie up the game. The defensive graveyard though is so big right now for Zeph. I thought that was an offensive graveyard. That was such a good defensive graveyard. Completely distracted the Barbarians and didn't even allow that Magic Archer to chip much onto the tower. So Zeph will take this one 1-0 and bring this to a 2-1 set. So we are going into game number 4 here with Zeph versus Eddie. This is going to be match point for the Invictus squad on top, Eddie being the last member for the Dark Empire. And so Goblin Gang in the left and Zap to defend that, as well as a log from Eddie. And the Bandit now from Zeph. Prince on defense here. And Goblin Barrel. So it seems to be Prince bait right now for Eddie. And maybe actually P.E.K.K.A. Bridge spam for Zeph. Got the E-Wiz Royal Ghost down. So a little bit of a damage lead for Eddie thanks to that Goblin Barrel. But this Royal Ghost is crossing on the left-hand side. And actually, Eddie allows it to hit the tower. Not once, but twice. 3 times. And then an offensive poison down to take out that Prince. That's chipping the tower even more. So lead now slowly shifts into Zeph's favor. However, if this is Prince bait, I think Eddie has a huge matchup advantage here. As Zeph has no log or almost nothing to take out that Goblin Barrel. I guess there's the E-Wiz tech, but that's somewhat difficult to hit consistently. The Battle Ram going for the Cannon Cart, but gets logged back, allowing the Cannon Cart to cross the bridge, locking on the Magic Archer. And we got the Gob Barrel and Zark Goblin down. E-Wiz placed, but just off timing. Doesn't hit any goblins, allows quite a bit of chip, and Dark Goblin shoots 1 shot before Royal Ghost takes it out. So more chip here for Eddie, gives him the lead by just about 100. However, the bridge spam push is coming in. We got the Bandit, we got the E-Wiz, and the Prince on defense does clean all that up with help of a log. But now there's the Battle Ram down for Zeph. Dark Goblin, but that's a little too close to the tower. So the Battle Ram pops, kills the Dark Goblin, and is now on the tower. Princess down. Eddie has to spend all the way down to 0 elixir right now just to defend this. He's down about 3 elixir and 1,000 damage. Really good start here for Zeph. But matchup is still in Eddie's favor, so this is anyone's game. Royal Ghost pushing in on the left with the Magic Archer Bandit coming in behind it. A Prince will defend that for now, as well as the Goblin Gang at the bridge. I don't think the Goblin Gang is going to hit the Magic or kill the Magic Archer. It actually does. So we have the E-Wiz on defense here, but another Goblin Barrel coming in. There's nothing to destroy that Goblin Barrel. A Zap will come down, but Goblins will get a couple sets of hits there. Quite a few hits actually, bring that tower down to 900 health. Eddie has another Cannon Cart on defense, but Zeph was at 10 elixir there, so he should be able to defend this Cannon Cart and then possibly spam that bridge up a little more. P.E.K.K.A. now on that Cannon Cart right now. That'll be huge for taking out the Prince, but the Goblin Barrel is in, and the E-Wiz misses again. That's huge for Zeph. So his tower's only at 500 right now. It's tied up. But there's quite a bit alive right now for Zeph, and Eddie is running out of elixir. He has 3 elixir left. Bandit dashed on the tower. Princess is down, but it's late. EOS hits the Princess once, hits the Princess again. Nothing to stop this battle round. And Zeph is going to take this one 1-0. Zeph wins the set 3-1, winning the series 2-1 for Invictus.